Hello friends, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365 and it's a brand new month, so I'm going to go over what I picked up in Blu-ray and 4K in the month of March. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification. I put out videos daily. You can also find me over at Twitter and Instagram at Movie Guy 365. Alright, it's April 1st, so that means it's time to dive in and see what all I picked up in the month of March. As usual, a bunch of new releases and collected a few catalog stuff that I've been missing. So, alright, let's go over it. Not a whole lot of 3D this month, unfortunately, so we'll start there. Just really two of note. So we're going to start with Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. Excellent 3D, worth checking out. The movie's okay, not the best, but the 3D is actually very fantastic. It's definitely worth picking up if you have a 3D capable TV. And of course, Aquaman in 3D. Done a review on most of the new releases, so you can also go check back what I thought about them. Excellent 3D, honestly. Of course, Warner Brothers likes to not include Atmos sound in this, and there's no IMAX presentation, which is very disappointing. But still, if you can get past that, it's still worth checking out in 3D, but the lack of those two things hurts the release, in my opinion. But yeah, Aquaman, Best Buy exclusive. So that's pretty much it for the 3D stuff. So let's go into our regular Blu-ray. Also new this month is The Favorite, odd film. It is very odd, but you know, if you're familiar with the director who did The Lobster and Killing of a Sacred Deer, it's worth looking at. It's worth checking out. Very, you know, it's got a cool style to it. So, you know, if you're a fan of his films and, you know, the kind of thing that's going on in the time period, then you're probably going to really dig it. So I enjoyed it a lot, actually. This one's a couple catalogs here. First one is Black Snake Moan. I've been meaning to pick this one up for a few years, and it's just slipped under the radar. But it's a fun film. I mean, it's not a fun film, but it's a good film. It's you know, Samuel L. Jackson, Christina Ricci. But yeah, it's worth checking out. Obviously, good soundtrack to it, good acting, and it's a interesting story. Let's just put it that way. Next up is also, I did a blind buy review of this one. I can't believe this one just completely fell under my radar. That is Children of Men. I can't say enough about this film. I loved it. Go ahead and check you know, my videos in the channel. I did a blind buy review this a couple weeks ago. Fantastic film, honestly. Fantastic film. I mean, Alfonso Cuarón as just I would say a masterful, you know, director, and this proves it time and time again. Awesome film. You know, it's hard to watch, but it is great. Next up, simple catalog. Just got it for a really good price, but I've been meaning to add this forever. Uncle Buck, come on. John Candy. I think my personal favorite film next to Planes, Trains, and Automobiles with John Candy is Uncle Buck. Just iconic role, honestly. And, you know, you can't go wrong here. There's just so much to love about this movie. It really holds up well, and it's just funny as hell. Miss John Candy, honestly. It's just, but yeah, Uncle Buck. Another one, I also did not a blind buy review because I've seen this movie countless times, but I wanted to wait for a decent price, and I felt compelled to do a video about the music in this movie. So, and that would be Judgment Night. Great movie, great soundtrack, worth picking up. Absolutely, still holds up. So yeah, definitely if you can pick this one up. It's just Emilio Estevez, Dennis Leary, awesome. Another catalog title. This is a very divisive film. Even when it came out initially, I made the mistake of taking a date to see this one back in the 90s. But yeah, Natural Born Killers. Come on, Woody Harrelson, Juliette Lewis, just phenomenal. Of course, like way pre, you know, Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr., you know, Wayne Gale. Gotta love it. Yeah, fantastic movie. Just it's a very divisive movie. It really is, and it's still that way. But yeah, Natural Born Killers. I did a review of this one. This is a complete blind buy, a new blind buy. I love the cover, which I mentioned in my video review, but the movie's horrible. It is just bad movie. I really, you know, I like to try to find anything redeeming about it, and I just couldn't in this case. It just seemed like a student project that kind of got out of control, and that's The Final Wish. good premise. There's some good, you know, filmmaking tricks that happen in this one, but it's just a bad movie. It is badly acted, badly scripted. So, final wish. Of course, another catalog title, waited for it to come down on price. Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Just, you know, I've seen this so many times. Edgar Wright at his best. You know, I just love the style of this film. And of course we get, you know, so many, you know, faces that are very, you know, ingrained into even comic book movie culture today. You know, Chris Evans and all that, and just fantastic movie. I mean, come on. What can I say about that one? Another catalog title, waiting for it to go on sale. It finally did. Mars Attacks. Fantastic. Fantastic movie. It's good, actually a good month for catalog titles for me, but yeah. I would love to see this on 4K. Hopefully it does grace 4K at some point one day. I imagine it will. I mean, Tim Burton stuff's pretty good. But yeah, Mars Attacks. Another one, catalog. Just, I enjoy the movie. You know, it's a good premise, and of course we're you know, giving up-and-coming actors Michael B. Jordan in that Chronicle. You know, look, Trank is not the best director, but, or, you know, it's just, it's still a good movie though. It's a very, very good film. Absolutely like it. Just, you know, waiting for it to come down, but yeah, awesome. Chronicle. This movie was in my top 3 best made movies of 2018. I really believe it should have been at least in the top 2 of the Oscars, but it just, you know, it's a beautifully made film, and it's not overtly heavy-handed on purpose, but it's a beautiful love story at its heart, and I just absolutely love this film. If Beale Street Could Talk, yeah, just fantastic movie. Fantastic movie. I highly recommend picking it up. It is also available on Hulu if you have a subscription. Check it out. It's just a fantastic movie. Highly recommend it. This one is is a complete blind buy. I haven't seen it. It's going to be in one of my blind buy videos in the coming weeks. But I've heard kind of things about it. I wanted to check it out. Jake Gyllenhaal in Demolition. I can't tell you anything about it. Can't tell you about the disc. Nothing. It's obviously going to be doing a review very soon, so look for that on the channel. So Demolition. And finally, for the Blu-ray section, I you know, covered The Favorite earlier, but I'm also missing this one, Killing of a Sacred Deer. You know, the director has a unique style, and it's all over this movie, storytelling wise, camera angles, just how the film was made. Definitely has a signature to it. It's not an easy film to watch overtly, and it's got a weird premise, but I expect that. I mean, if you've seen The Lobster, you know what you're expecting. So, Killing of a Sacred Deer. All right, so let's move on to the 4Ks. All right, so now let's move on to the 4K titles I picked up this month. A lot of good stuff. Most of them new releases, I think, if not all new releases. So yeah, let's dive in. Mary Queen of Scots. Okay movie. Great cinematography, great costuming, that kind of thing, but it just kind of misses the mark just a little bit for me. But it is worth checking out at least once if you're a fan of period pieces. And it looks fantastic in 4K. It does look excellent, actually. There's a lot of natural lighting in that film too, which really just works overall. Of course, I opted for the steelbook of this one, and that is Creed 2. Good continuation from the original Creed. I obviously like the original Creed more, but I felt the fight scenes in Creed 2 were just excellent. But I feel you could tell the movie's starting to veer back into familiar Rocky sequelitis, and it's a shame. I think it deserves more than that. But if they ever do make a third film, they really need to just take off and go completely in a new direction. But yeah, gorgeous looking steelbook. The HDR just looks fantastic, so definitely pick that up. I enjoyed this one. I know it's considered one of those that's just like, oh, it's a tailor-made Oscar movie, you know, that kind of thing. It's to elicit that kind of response, you know, from the audience. But I enjoyed it anyway. I thought the performances were very good. And that is Green Book. Also, great cinematography. Looks fantastic. Just everything about this one looks good. Audio-wise even, it's a fun, immersive audio mix as well. Definitely worth checking out. I kind of stated my opinion about the movie, so I won't rehash that again. But Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. I feel that it's a beautiful looking picture, good sound, very immersive all around. But if you like the movie, you're absolutely going to be floored with the coloring, and just HDR looks fantastic. It looks good. It's a very good looking disc overall, and a nice steelbook. I like this one. I feel this one got unfairly criticized or kind of passed over, but it's a fun movie. You know, it's a fun to watch kind of film, and it looks great and it sounds great. That's Mortal Engines. Absolutely worth checking out. I do recommend it if you want a good adventure story. It's not going to change your world. It's not, but it's an entertaining tale, and to me that's sometimes enough. And you know, Peter Jackson did produce this with his company, so I say check it out. Mortal Engines. This one, love this movie. I'm so glad it won Best Animated in 2018. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, absolutely gorgeous looking HDR, fantastic story, just overall a great movie. Worth checking out if you're a fan of Spider-Man. You know, it's excellent. There's a lot to love here. There really is. It's absolutely worth checking out. And this one also, I feel it suffered from the, you know, when you go from Star Wars: A New Hope to The Force Awakens, a little too much retread on, like, it wasn't a reboot, but it kind of felt like they were doing a little bit more of the same from the original movie, and that is Mary Poppins Returns. A beautiful looking steelbook. But yeah, I feel the movie overall it could have been a little more original. I think they were trying too much to replicate the first movie, and it's a shame. But yeah, I think if you got it, it's a good looking steelbook, and also the Target exclusive is very, very nice. Also, I just did a review of this one recently, so I won't go too much into it, but Pet Sematary made it to 4K, catalog title. It's worth checking out. The movie, it's okay. The overall quality is not as where I would have liked it. I think they could have done a little bit more of a restoration. You know, something like Christine was done by Sony. This one feels it just kind of was bare minimal, and there's a fair amount of DNR. I know a lot of people don't like that. So yeah, Pet Sematary. And finally, for 4K, why go out on the biggest note, and that is Aquaman. I like the steelbook, but I'm also I really do like the Target digibook. Beautiful. I think probably if I could kind of do it again, I might have just gotten the Target one as well. But yeah, just a fantastic movie. The HDR is stunning, and the audio, Dolby Atmos, is very immersive. It's very good. It's almost demo quality. I'll say it's demo quality. It's just a beautiful looking picture. Overall sound is excellent. So yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for my March haul pickups. So let me know in the comments, what were your pickups in the month of March, and what are you looking forward to in April? We've got quite a bit. So let me know. And in the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I put out videos daily. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.